Center. Hey, I'm Chris Berman. Got a lot of games to cover. Let's get at it. In our first game this week, we had the Lions come away with a 7-point win. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Jaguars pick up win number 2. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. Travis LeBoy will be on the move. You see it there. He'll be getting a nice little payday, too. 2 years, $2.1 million. Jarvis Green got snatched up as well, and he signs a 2-year contract with the Texans. Ron Edwards is going to find himself with a new club, and he'll be in a new tax bracket, too. 4 years, $2.3 million. Kenny Peterson will also have a new address for a while as he signs a 4-year contract with the Giants.
The Broncos won this contest, but will stay at the 3rd place in the AFC West. Dwayne Bates had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. Lavernius Coles pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Cardinals beat the Panthers. Down in the Lone Star State in Houston, we had the Texans get nipped by 3 points. Up in Ralph Wilson Stadium, we had the Bills win this one to the tune of 13 points. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Tony Gonzalez won't see action for a while, so this offense is going to have to make do without him. He's suffering from a pulled calf muscle, and that'll keep him out for 4 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Javon Walker might be the biggest loss on this list. Doctors confirming the worst this week, a torn hamstring. And that'll put him out for the rest of the regular season. There's a chance, however, they'll get him back for the playoffs. Now, on to even bigger news, as you may have already heard. Brian Finneran will miss the remainder of the year. And this is a big blow to this passing game, because he was obviously a main target. Now the big story of the day. Trent Green will be on the sidelines for a while, and that is not good news for his club. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
The Falcons defense held their opponents to under 50 rushing yards in their win at Giants Stadium. The Eagles won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Giants. The Cowboys lost this one, but will stay at number 1 in the NFC East. Randy Moss had a stellar game, but all said and done, his performance wasn't enough to lift his team to a victory. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Bengals win their 5th game of the season. Peerless Price pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Jets beat the Browns. Off the Missouri River in Kansas City, we had the Chiefs very confidently win by 16. Over in Oakland, we had the Raiders get squeezed out by 4 points. And in our final game, we had the Seahawks come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.